He's just waiting for every occasion. The child turned, immediately she's so happy. These are all the lakshanas actually. The lakshanas of the growth of the child. If the child is not turning, that means there is something wrong in the ribs. There is something wrong in the development. So a mother should be very cautious, especially after giving birth. She should be very careful in developing the child. We have to learn all these things from Yashoda Mata. Now, Janma Rukshaha Yoge. So what happened? This is a very wonderful time. And what is the time? The conjunction of the moon with the auspicious constellation of Rohini. You see, Rohini has been always given a wonderful importance. Now, Rohini Nakshatra, the moon, Chandra enters the Rohini Nakshatra. Samaveta Yoshitam. So this ceremony was conducted among the assembled women, or you can say a ceremony of mothers. Actually, today is real Mother's Day. What we are following some British calendar, English calendar, which has no sense. Why Mother's Day? Just because mother is existing. No. Why Mother's Day? Because mother has not forgotten her duty. Mother is showering her love. That is why Mother's Day. It's not any day can be called as a Mother's Day. Today is actually a Mother's Day. Vaishnava calendar should mark it. This is a ceremony of mothers. Very important festival. Mother should understand her duty, give time to the children. Or why produce children unwanted? Why produce children and make them also burden of the earth? Because if you're not developing the children naturally have all demonic qualities. Why have a demon on the earth? If a mother is not able to give time, if a mother is a businesswoman, better is don't produce children. Simple. If you are a mother, then celebrate this festival. This is a ceremony of mothers. And because the mother is seeing, oh, my child is developing, she is so happy, and the expression of that happiness is Vaditra Geetaha. Immediately, music, singing. See, this is how the festival is celebrated. There should be song, there should be music. Dvija mantra vachakaihi. And in this way, there is chanting of the Vedic hymns by qualified Brahmanas. You see how arrangement is done so quickly. Generally, we say, what is this? Time dena chahiye. Immediately, what is this? Immediately, we get angry. The moment we have some festival, immediately we plan a festival out of emergency, you can say. There are few devotees who are so, always anger is there on their nose. And what is that? I buy all these festivals. You did not plan anything. Without planning, anything comes out. Now see which planning was done. What they knew that Krishna is going to turn his back. They knew anything? No. That is why it's not so easy to become a devotee. We are just on the path of devotion. Devotee means always ready. Ever ready battery means devotee. Any time, even night, 11 o'clock, if a person says you have to perform a festival, immediately he should be ready. That is ever ready battery. We can never become that. That is why Krishna says, you cannot understand what is devotion. Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. It's not so easy to become a Vrajavasi. It's not so easy to surrender also. If always there is some planning, then our thought processes, logics involved, understand that is not bhakti. Bhakti means ever ready to follow what Guru says. That is bhakti. Now here see Yashoda Mata, when Krishna just turned, immediately arranged. If your desire is there to perform a festival, everything will be arranged. Just the desire has to develop in the heart. Desire is there, Krishna knows how to arrange because Sahasra Lakshmis are there at the lotus feet of Krishna. And Sahasra Lakshmi makes arrangement for the festival of Krishna. So today is so auspicious day, one cannot even imagine this auspicious day of Uthana ekadasi when all the arrangement is so quickly done by Nanda Baba, Yashoda, calling Brahmanas, making them chant. Why? Because Shuno Abhishekam. They want to give Abhishek to Lord. They want to give bath to, they want to bathe the Lord. Every day only they are doing, but 3 months actually real bathing happens. Or just wiping and little bit water, not much water is put on the children. When the child is 3 months, that is a time the child can, can be given the most auspicious Abhishekam. Actually, today is Janmashtami, if you see. In Janmashtami, we give Abhishek, isn't it? But today is the auspicious bathing ceremony of the Lord. So in this way, Nandasya Patni Krutamajjanadikam Viprairkruta Swastyayanam Sapujitahi Anadyavasah Srug Abhishtadenuvi Sanjata Nidraksham Ashishayachanaihi. So wonderful bathing ceremony of the Lord happened. After bathing, Lord Mother Yashoda started receiving Brahmanas by worshipping them with proper respect, giving them ample food, grains, eatables, clothing, desirable cows, garlands. The Brahmanas properly chanted Vedic hymns to observe the auspicious ceremony. And when they finished, and Mother Yashoda saw that the child felt sleepy, she lay down on the bed with the child until he was peacefully asleep. Now, just see again, what a beautiful, loving affection Mother Yashoda has, and this is what every mother also should do. Now, the ceremony is done, the Brahmanas are properly respected, they are given proper donations. Then, when it comes to giving, we always have some excuses. No, bhakti kar rahe na. Why don't you give them? Bhakti kar rahe to daan bhi dena seekho na. At that time, no, why we have to give to Brahmanas? But here, Mother Yashoda gives to Brahmanas. And after that, she sees that the child is sleepy, is feeling like to sleep. Material mothers, what they'll do, they'll keep the child in somebody's lap and go away. But no, the real mother, that is why today is Mother's Day. A real mother lies along with the child and gives the child that warmth by making the child suck her breast. So the child, what he does, he sucks the breast and slowly sleeps. That is how real mothers, when we say real mother, you should understand the mothers who follow the footprints of Yashoda Mata. There are false mothers. There are real mothers. False mothers where they have time. Businesswomen, where they have time. They are just interested in their dressing and going out. Office women, office goers. The dressing style also will be something different. Mother Yashoda is so caring. Real mothers, immediately you can identify they are real mothers. And just now Krishna killed Uthana, false mothers, who are only giving poison to the children. They are false mothers. They don't have time. They just take the child just because they want to kill the child. They are killing the progress of their children's spiritual development. They don't have time. Where they have time? But real mothers, they will lie down. They have ample time. That is why Krishna Bhakti means you give time and space to Krishna. We cannot just hurriedly come and serve Krishna. There are people who come and just do the services as quickly as possible because no time. So busy, na? They're all busy mothers, busy men, busy mothers. Especially mother's hand is the most important aspect for the children. If mother has no time, that means that house is vanquished. Now here, real mother, what she is doing? She is sleeping along with the child. What a wonderful thing. And made him sleep peacefully. Then what happened? Now this festival is going on. Uthani kautakasya mana manasvini samagatan pujayati vrajaukasaha naiva shunodvai ruditam sutasya cha satsya rudan sthanarthi charana udakshipat. So now made the child sleep, and the liberal mother, her heart is so big. She observed this festival of Uthana ceremony, Uthana ekadashi, Uthana ceremony. The child Uth Gaya, Uthana ceremony. By properly receiving the guests, worshipping them with all respect. And then, thus she could not hear the child crying for his mother. Now, so music is on, everybody is talking, the child is sleeping. But suddenly, The child cried and mother could not hear. At that time, the child Krishna, demanding to drink the milk of his mother's breast, angrily threw his legs upward. Sometimes it happens. We think the child has slept and we go for some work. But then the child immediately wakes up and we are not aware. Here, the same thing happened. And Krishna intentionally woke up and he is crying aloud, I want mother, I want mother. But then Yashoda Mata could not hear because she was busy welcoming the guest. So what Krishna did, he was very angry. When the child is angry, naturally what the child does, he puts his legs upwards. And Krishna knew that the cart in which the child is kept, there was a hand cart. In this hand cart, the down thing, like two steps are there. One is down, the place where the child is kept, and the up, there are some vessels and all will be there. So now the child is kept underneath of the cart, and the friends were also kept there to look after the child. He was not left alone. Yashoda Mata told Krishna's, the elderly boys and all, to be there because Krishna is sleeping. And Krishna was crying at the time. What he did, he kept his legs up. And there was a demon whose name was Shaktasur. This is known as Shakata. He entered this Shakata, that is why his name became Shaktasur. He came to kill the child because these asuras who wanted to kill Krishna, they are just seeking an opportunity. Just now Putana had come to kill, but Putana was killed by Krishna. Now here this demon, he is also trying to kill Krishna. So what he did, he entered this cart. And when he entered this cart, naturally the upper portion became so heavy and it was just coming down, because when you put something heavy, the whole thing bends. Now it started bending down. And he was thinking of just smashing Krishna like a sandwich. Like in sandwich, what you do? One loaf down, one loaf up, and you smash the vegetables. In the same way, here also, Krishna is lying underneath the cart, and the upper portion of the cart is just bending down to kill Krishna. But Krishna, on the pretext of crying, he knew Shaktasura is entered. On the pretext of crying and asking milk, so that the other boys will not be disturbed, or the boys may think that Krishna knows everything, how the child knows everything. Just on the pretext of crying, putting the hands up, kicking the hands up, legs up. So he kicked the upper portion. Now just see in Vamana Avatara, Krishna stretched his legs and showed his opulence. But here, Krishna did not stretch his legs at all. He just kept his leg up on the pretext of kicking and crying, not even kicking, crying. How did it reach the upper portion? The upper portion bent. And Krishna just touched. This is the sweet form of Krishna. Krishna does leelas. Leelas means which is done very playfully. Nobody will even come to know that there is a demon which is actually entering, which has entered the shakat and is trying to kill Krishna. Nobody will even come to know. So playfully this leela is happening. The children are thinking, oh, Krishna is crying. They ran to Mother Yashoda to tell. By the time when Yashoda comes, here the whole shakat is just, because Krishna has touched the upper portion, the whole shakat is now broken. It's just broken. That means this asura is killed. Just see this pastime where Krishna, in the pretext of drawing the attention of his mother, and while doing so, what did he do? He created such a great havoc that nobody can understand. Even an ordinary person finds it difficult to understand. And all the Vrajavasis, when they assemble there, they are just surprised to see what has happened. So Krishna lying underneath the cart in one corner, and although his legs are as soft as leaves, when he struck the cart with his legs, he turned over violently and collapsed. The wheels separated from the axle, the hubs and the spokes fell apart, and the pole of the handcart broke. On the cart, there were many little utensils made of various metals, and all of them scattered hither and thither. Now, see that utensils also were not many, small utensils. Generally, you have like a place where you keep children utensils and all. It was not having many utensils also. And that too, Krishna's legs are very tender. It is like soft new leaves. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes about it. Just by simply touching the hand cart with his legs, whole cart fell into pieces. So here about Vamana Avatara has been spoken by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. That is how Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he does the Leela so playfully. When Mother Yashoda, all the ladies, they assembled for the Uthana festival. All the men headed by Nanda Maharaj saw the wonderful situation. They began to wonder how the handcart had collapsed by itself. They began to wander here and there trying to find the cause, but they could not understand. So then somebody spoke, oh, is it the work of some demon or evil planet? Then the small children there said, nothing. No demon came, no evil planet came. It is just the cart was just kicked by the baby Krishna, and small kicking that too. And as soon as the crying baby kicked the cart's wheel, the cart collapsed. So now, how to believe these small children? So this was a very inconceivable or cannot be understood, inconceivable Leela which Krishna performs. The assembled gopis and the gopas, unaware that Krishna is always unlimited, could not believe that bad baby Krishna had such inconceivable power. They could not believe that the statement of the children, they could not believe the statement of children. Therefore, they neglected these statements as being childish talks. Thinking that some bad planet had attacked Krishna, Mother Yashoda picked up the crying child and allowed him to suck her breast. Then she called for experienced Brahmanas to chant Vedic hymns and perform an auspicious ritualistic ceremony. So in this way, Uthana Ekadashi was celebrated so wonderfully by Mother Yashoda. So how to understand Uthana Ekadashi? What is the significance of Uthana Ekadashi for us? We are conditioned souls. How to understand this? Even we are also having so many anarthas in our consciousness. So many anarthas. We cannot even count how many anarthas are there with us. So what we have to do? We have to just pray, Krishna, kick us, place your lotus feet on us. Just by placing Krishna's lotus feet on 12 parts of our body, we can purify our consciousness. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has emphasized putting Urdhva Pundram in our body. Because our body is so bad, so stinking with our anarthas, stinking with our pride, stinking with our so-called logics, stinking with our so-called plannings. It is actually stinking. We plan too much. We want everything perfect. Stinking, that is also stinking. We don't have faith in Krishna's plans. We plan. We think to plan even Krishna's leelas. Nothing happens according to our plan. Every plan becomes a failure if we try to plan. If we are dependent just on Krishna, raise our two hands and wait for Krishna's mercy, then we are really surrendered souls of Krishna. So let Krishna's lotus feet fall in our 12 places in our body and purify our consciousness. So see the bhagya of Shaktasur, he got the lotus feet of Krishna. We are not even asuras also. Neither we are devotees nor we are asuras. We are somewhere placed in between. So let us pray to Krishna that keep your lotus feet in our consciousness. Hare Krishna. Any doubts? Today is a very important Leela, that is Guru Maharaj Katha, will be starting at Swastik Regalia. It is arranged by Vaishnav Prabhu, Bhaktani Prabhu, Aruna Mataji, and Hema Mataji and few others have assembled together, and they are doing a wonderful katha they are organizing wonderful katha. So requesting the devotees who are staying in Thane to take advantage. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
Mataji, one thing I just want to tell is today YouTube was started late for some reasons. So on the YouTube, your katha started a little late.
No problem.
And
No problem.
regarding the class, actually, if you can repeat something little on the of the class today evening, if it is better actually, to understand more properly what is Sakta Asura actually.
Shakta. Shakta means cart. The asura which entered Shakat. Cart them.
Okay.
We'll
But
have this topic little bit in the evening also.
yes, Adi, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Vaishnav Gaur Prabhu, unmute yourself, invite everyone from your side. Vaishnav Gaur Prabhu. Okay.
वैष्णव प्रिय प्रभु, आप बात कर रहे हो फॉर इनविटेशन? आप अनम्यूट कीजिए प्रभु. Okay, Hare Krishna. I think when Vaishnav Prabhu is not able to unmute, so we'll end the class. Hare Krishna.